Welcome to the StockScores.com Stock School. This week's topic, monitoring your stocks for sell signals. I want to show you what to look for when looking for a sell signal, as well as provide you a little demonstration of some tools that I use to make that process a little bit easier. A quick reminder that I will be speaking at the Cambridge College at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference, January 22nd and 23rd at the Vancouver Convention Centre. I will be talking each day at 11 o'clock, teaching a little mini class, if you will, for aspiring traders. To register for your free attendance, please go to www.cambridgehouse.com. All right, when looking for an exit signal, the key thing that you want to focus on are breaks through support. And I'll show in a chart in a moment what I mean by support. But ultimately, this is a sign that the buyers have lost control of the market and the sellers are taking control. Now, the group that is in control will guide price, and so if the sellers are in control, that market is more likely to go lower than higher. So ultimately, when we have stocks that we are holding, we want to make sure that the buyers are in control. I brought up a chart on StockScore so that I can show you what I mean by support and this idea of buyers being in control and sellers being in control. What I want to start out with is just show you that the sellers were in control for many months. You can see that the tops were falling and we had a downward trend line. Now, more recently that was broken and we switched from falling tops to rising bottoms. And now we have a situation where the buyers are in control. And so when we're looking for a signal to sell something, we want to look for a sign that the sellers have taken control. And that's really not the case right now. So for a longer term trader, this stock remains a hold because we have rising bottoms, the buyers are in control. However, the market went up pretty quick for this stock in the last week, and so for a short term trader, you might want to look at the intraday chart. So I've clicked on the 15-day icon up here at the top, and now we have an intraday chart. And there you can see that very recently the sellers sort of took some control back, and we had a break of our upward trend line. You can see that happening late last week. Now, in the longer term sense, this is still a good looking stock, but we're probably going to see it pull back into that upward trend line, which is some distance below. And so if you're a real short term trader, you might think about selling this stock now with an eye toward buying it back on a pullback, simply because that upward trend line has been broken. Now, we've created some tools on StockScores to help you monitor stocks like this. You've seen the charting tool. It's also possible to create a watch list of stocks and then view them in one of our viewers. We have something called a gallery viewer that I'll show you in just a moment. Now, what's nice about StockScores is that you can see monthly, weekly, daily, and intraday charts, and we include all Canadian stocks. So you can get everything you need there, and it's all free to use. Now, on StockScores, you can go to the Tools menu and select Watchlist Creator, and you will see the tool that you see here, which allows you to create a list of stocks. Pretty simple to do it. Simply click on Create, give the watch list a name, and then enter in the symbols in the box below. Once you've done that and saved your watch list, you can then view that watch list using one of our other tools, something called the Gallery Chart Viewer. So I can go into the Gallery Chart Viewer now and select a watch list. Suppose I wanted to look at this list, which is called Country ETFs. I click on that and it's now going to bring up little mini charts of every stock, or in this case an ETF, of those that are in the watch list. Now, if I like something in the small view, I can click on it and make it bigger. If I want to change the time frame, if I want to look at a real long-term 5-year chart, I can click on 5-year and again click on it and look at it in much more detail. If I want to see what's happening intraday, well, click on the 10-day chart, for example, and now I can see that in much more detail. So a real handy tool, very quick and easy to look at a lot of charts in a short amount of time. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this edition of the StockScores.com Stock School. I hope to see you also at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference. A quick reminder that you can register for your free attendance by going to www.cambridgehouse.com. I'll be there January 22nd and 23rd doing a presentation each day at 11 o'clock, and hopefully we'll see you there. Have a great week in the market and trade well.